Most people must perform. I think all of you have met someone in your lifetime who's been laid off from a job or been asked to leave a job. The emphasis here is that you can have great potential, but if you're not performing, then there may be some disequilibrium there. And so the job is asking you to put forth the effort, but also to bring what? Profits. Whatever that looks like to them. Whether it's growing the business, whether it's increasing revenue, if it's increasing advertising, brand awareness, whatever that goal is for the organization, they want you to be able to succeed. And that's through your experience. So think about that. You can actually curve down. Analyzing your expectations is the next piece. I've graduated with a degree from a U.S. institution. You and millions of other people have and will say the same thing. Here's the big question. Isn't it enough to get a good job? Answer it. Some of you are saying no. Some of you are shaking your heads. Isn't it enough to have a U.S. degree to get a good job? Maybe not. Because just having a piece of paper in your hand doesn't always open doors. Let's investigate a little bit more to answer this question. The value of education. In the U.S. culture, education is the door opener. It opens the door, but it will not keep it open. This is a myth. The more educated you are, it equals more power. It's a myth. Here's the reality. Education is theory. It is book sense. This is what you're getting now. Practical education through theory. However, work and life are the practical application of your education. This is why you may hear quite often people emphasize internships or co-op opportunities or working part-time as you go to school. Also, your own personal life. You manage your time, you manage your money, you manage your friendships, your relationships. All of these play a big part. So you not only have to have an education, but you also have to have the practical application to go with it. That's one reason why I really think the education you're getting here at the University of Dallas is very valuable. Because in the classroom, you're dealing with practical case studies. That's quite different from only opening a textbook and always reading every day. You can do the reading, but you must know how to apply it to everyday life. Okay? Now, once you're employed, you must prove yourself every day. How do I contribute? What am I contributing to the organization? And education is necessary for functional experience and for critical thinking skills. If there's one particular skill I value most, it is thinking and problem solving. You're going to come up with a lot of different skills, time management skills, presentation skills, but thinking and problem solving skills is perhaps one of your greatest areas to continue to open a door of opportunity for yourself when you're looking to go into a top-notch career. Because companies will not pay you because you have a piece of paper. Companies will pay you because you're able to think and problem solve as a good manager. I can't emphasize that fact enough to you. You must be able to take a problem and solve it and not wait for someone to come and give you the blueprint or the map in order to get there. You have to think it through for yourself. Education is the tool to help you achieve success, so use it. It is a hammer, it's not a trophy. You don't go into a job with a piece of paper in your hand and expect for them to say, because you have an MBA, oh great, we're going to hire you. It is only one value, or one variable, I should say, in the equation. Okay? Your graduate education is that baseline that gets you into the job. In order for you to advance in a career, you must also have that other piece I talked about, which is the practical application. So, here's another question. What do I need in order to be successful in my career once out of graduate school? What do I need to be successful? What do I need to be successful once out of graduate school? I'm not going to move on. I want you to think about that for a minute. Think of whatever first comes to your mind. Jot it down. What do I need when I finish graduate school in order to be successful? Do I just need a diploma? Everyone else who goes to that interview, the same interview you're going to, will have a diploma. Do you understand what I mean? Let's look at something. Experience and career progression. This is a timeline. The emphasis here is on absorption, reflection, delivery, influence, judgment, leadership, and diversification. This is the corporate ladder. On this axis, and the bottom is time. It's a complex diagram, but I want you to follow with me on this one. Take a look. When you first get into a company, you go through this phase of absorption, reflection. You're a learner. You're soaking everything in like a sponge. You're trying to understand better what it takes to get ahead in the company, but also you're trying to learn, what is my job? What are my responsibilities? What am I supposed to be doing on a day-to-day basis? This is the first piece. The next area here is that you have to demonstrate your ability to learn and to adapt. When you first get into a company, you must be able to prove to them that you're just not there to get a paycheck and take up space. The key piece here, can you learn quickly and can you adapt to the organization? It's a key piece. Let's look at the next one. Delivery. You've already become a learner. You've got the basics down. You understand what the expectations are in your job. The next piece here is to be a mature contributor. What are you doing within the organization to add value? This is what we were talking about before when we talked about that perceived value equation. What are you doing in the company that's going to bring value? Here's what you must do. Focus your skills and abilities to contribute functionally. Focus your skills and abilities to be able to contribute functionally. In other words, if you're not a good person for accounting, don't try to go into the accounting field. Go into that career where your skill set matches the expectations of that job, and then let your skills and ability be that area that you start contributing to. It will be easy for you. Do you remember in the management class we talked about what are you prolific at? What comes natural to you? What's easy? This is what we're talking about by using your functional abilities and skills. Don't try to get into a career that's going to stress you out because you're really not good with computers. If that's your weakness, find another area. Influence. This is when you get into that area where you become a first-time manager. Managing people is not easy. It's hard enough to manage yourself. But once you've learned to accept everyone as being different, then you have put yourself into the mindset of being a good manager. You don't want to conform people to be like you. You want to conform them to be like themselves and to bring out their skill sets. You want to find the positive in them and accentuate that. And that's what a good first-time manager will do. You will emphasize to your employees or to the people who work underneath you what they're actually excelling at and doing a good job. Let's take a look at this. Adding of people responsibilities. That's the main point. When you become a first-time manager, you're going to start having people underneath you. And you're going to have to direct the flow of their work. and the projects that they have to take on.